Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. We're inside an F-150 Lightning. Holy man, is that exciting? It's exciting. The wasps are crazy outside, and let me tell you, I just got a question for you. Subject of this video. Does it cost more to fill up an F-150 EcoBoost, drive it around for 3,500 kilometers, or how many kilometers? 3,500. How much kilowatt hours will it take to charge my truck up to go 3,500 kilometers? Because I did 3,500 kilometers in the month of August, and I DC fast charged the whole time. I didn't plug into my trusty wall outlet and plug in with my charger, not even once. So how many kilowatt hours did I use to go 3,500 kilometers, mostly highway driving? And how much would an EcoBoost use? Well, you punch that into the Googles, and it doesn't really come up like it used to. So I'm heading over to my favorite dealership, find out from the Mulrooney sticker what the liters per 100 kilometers is. I think it's going to come out around 11.8, 12.2, 11.5, something like that. And then we're going to compare. What does it cost to run your Lightning only using DC fast charging to buying gas at the gas station? Now this is going to be tough because the price of gasoline fluctuates all the time, so we'll have to take an average price. So let's get on down the road and see what we got.
So here we are in my messy office, and we got to figure out what are the results. Yes, we are doing a gasoline versus electric DC fast charging comparison. So if you're thinking of buying an EcoBoost or you're thinking of buying a Lightning, because the Ford Motor Company makes both gas versions and electric versions of the F-150, there's a few others out there that do it, like I'm not really sure. I think there's one or two others that make the exact same thing in a gas version, exact same thing in electric version. And this is a great way to see, hey, I'm out there driving around 3,500 kilometers. What? That's what's that in miles? I don't know. I'm sure there's people going to want to know what miles are. What are the miles? Miles? Hello? I don't know what a mile is, but I do know what a kilometer is. It's 1,000 meters. So I think it's 2,180. Let me think about that for a second and I'll get back to you. So, what did it cost? Well, I'm going to be really clear, really fast, precise. No, I'm not going to do that. Don't be crazy. So first I needed to know, what am I going to use for liters per 100? Okay, how many liters does it take to go 100 kilometers? Because this is how we do fuel mileage in Canada and the whole world, except for the United States. So what is the miles per gallon? I don't know. But liters per 100. This is confusing. So I go to the Googles and the Twitters, and we got them all, and we check it out. And I'm on page 100, and I still really don't know. And then I remembered, and down the link below in the show notes is a link for the Government of Canada website. You can take your make, and you can take your model, and your type, and it'll tell you the liters per 100. City driving, highway driving, combined driving. Wow, so I can punch anything in I want. So I go there and punch in the Ford F-150, and let me tell you, that it's confusing. There's 14.5 liters per 100, there's 14.8, there's 12.2, there's 11.5, there's 9.7. I haven't even gotten into like Raptors and Tremors and stuff. So what do you use? Well, can I game the system and pick the lowest liters per 100 to make the gas look better than what it is? Or should I be fair? So I took the lowest combined average, which is 11.8 liters per 100 kilometers. You're going to use 11.8 liters, and if those liters are $2 a piece, how much does that cost? Well, we're not $2 anymore. That was 2 years ago. We've been averaging out, and that's the other thing. I have no idea what I'm going to use for liters, but let's do the electric part first. So if you got your Lightning and your DC fast charging, and you're like me and you're crazy and it's August, and you're just going to do the month of August on DC fast charging, and that's all I did. So let's take a look at the numbers. First of all, DC fast charging has gone up in price like you would not believe. I did this last year, and it only cost me $225 to go 3,255 kilometers. That's it. $225. That's it. Well, are there more chargers out there today? Are there faster chargers out there today? No. No. Nobody's installed anything anywhere. We got the same amount of chargers as the same amount of chargers. That's it. So, what's the cost? Well, the cost is up to 70 cents a kilowatt, plus taxes. And then there's some 60 cents a kilowatts. There's 55 cents a kilowatts. There's $1 per kilowatt. Pixel Park in downtown Calgary is $1 per kilowatt hour. Not going there. I'll push my truck home. And then there's some level 2 charging. So that's not DC fast charging. Okay, that's like charging at home. Yeah, there's a few of those out there that are still around $2 an hour. So, you can get, those works out to maybe 18, 19 cents a kilowatt hour. But it's $2 an hour, and it's like plugging at home. So you're going to be there a long time. You're going to fall asleep, get a nice 8 hours. Anyways, there's some 42s, 45s, 47s, so I had to track it all, but it's pretty simple. Ford upgraded the Ford Pass app, and you have 2 months worth of history. Two months of history. So you know exactly how many kilowatt hours you put in your truck, and you know exactly where you did it. So it wasn't hard to calculate that DC fast charging 3,500 kilometers cost me $459.75. Ding ding, hit the notification bell. That's right, $460. 1 year ago, $225. So the prices have gone up. So let's pop over to the gasoline version EcoBoost, and I'm driving around. Remember, they're the same truck, the same wind resistance, the same tires, same everything. This is a great comparison. This really gives you an idea of what the difference is. So, what is that? Wow. Let's find the right paper. Paper. Here we go. So, on August 1, our long weekend here, no collusion going on, okay? No collusion. $1.65 a liter. $1.65. So if you wanted to go RVing for the long weekend, they got you good. You got to fill up before you go. Oh, I couldn't believe it. My kilowatt hours cost hasn't changed since the beginning of the year. I know it'll be the same every time I plug in, but you poor gasoline buyers, you never know what you're going to get. So it was $1.65, and then it went down. This is the crazy thing. Tuesday, after the long holiday and everyone goes back to work, $1.45. Nothing changed other than 4 days. Then it went to $1.55. Then it went back to $1.60. Then it went back down to $1.55. Then it went down to $1.50. Then it went back down to $1.45. Never went below $1.45 a liter, and it hasn't gone above $1.65 a liter for the last 30 days. So what was the average? Well, depending when you were filling in and how many kilometers, I decided to be fair because I did see for quite some time $1.50. For quite some time. So let's just say it averaged out at $1.50. I think that's fair. The liters per 100, we're going to use 11.8 because that's the lowest combined average for an F-150 you can get. So you're going to be 11.8 liters per 100, and you're going to be $1.50 a liter. That's $5.67 a gallon. Wow. And our top price, what was it? I wrote it down. $6.23 a gallon. So think of that range throughout the month. It's $6.23. No, it's $5.67. I don't know. So, what does it come out to? Let's get to the nitty gritty. You ever buying gas? $619.50. So you save some money. Saved $159.75 by driving my Lightning instead of driving an EcoBoost. And driving a Lightning is way more fun. Accelerates, drives faster, accelerates faster, more fun to drive than them gas versions. In fact, I've been driving electric for so long, every time I get in a gas version vehicle, I'm like, why doesn't it go? Why is it so slow? It's just painful. I don't know how you do it. So there you go. There's our comparison. Isn't that amazing? So I saved $160 basically for the month, but I did have to sit around and charge. I did have to put up broken chargers. I did have to break up with there aren't that many chargers around. You have to know where they are. There's some level 2 stuff, and honestly, it's pretty pathetic. But this is just a fun thing. I DC fast charge because I can. I don't have to, ever. My round tripping that gets me all these kilometers is about 400 kilometers there and back. So if it's windy, no problem. If it's snowing, no problem. If it's cold, no problem. I never have an issue. I can load the truck up with gravel and do the trek. I can load it up with mulch. I can load it up with wood. I can load it up with whatever I want to load it up with, and I can make my round trip. Because that's the key. It's not about getting there and then coming back. Because I get there, the only charger, if I have to charge, is a 50 kilowatt, one port. And there's not another one within 30 kilometers. So don't give me this, oh, you can charge, lower range works. Ooh, that's a crap. That's just a bunch of crap by the car companies trying to charge you more and give you less. The F-150 Lightning 2025 edition, because 2024s are almost impossible to see, is more money and less range. If you're going to charge me more money, I should get more range. Okay, considerably more. So thank you for tuning in, and give you a good idea that if you're going to drive a gas one, you're going to burn $620 to go 3,500 kilometers or 2,200 miles about. Or you're going to DC fast charge for that time, and you're going to burn all that money on DC fast charging, which I already forgot. But here's the kicker. Remember, DC fast charging is for road tripping, or you're forgetting to plug in like I do all the time. I forget to plug in, and then I got to go on my 400 kilometers the next day, 200 out and 200 back, and I didn't bother to plug in, and I got 30% charge, and that'd be like getting in your truck with a quarter tank. Well, you're just going to stop somewhere and fill up, right? So I stop somewhere and fill up. But if I charge at home, how much does it cost me to go 3,500 kilometers? And put this down, $83.20. Did you hear me? $83.20 for me to charge at home and go 3,500 kilometers. That's it. That's all it costs. That is a car payment. Well, these things are so damn expensive, I don't think so. But anyways, thank you for tuning into this wonderful video. I hope the comparison helps you make a decision on what type of truck you want. I will tell you, they are expensive. And the used market's kind of the way to go right now. But hopefully you can make a choice. I'm going to drive my truck until I get 450,000 kilometers on it, and I AC charge at home 99% of the time to 100%. So if charging to 100% is a bad thing, I'm gonna find out in real time. Have yourself a great week, and I'll see you in the future.